original faith-based, community-driven streaming media, broadcasting live from Studio B, right here from the Voice17104.com.
I think one of the things I've started to learn this year is that it's okay just to go a little bit smaller, to be a little bit more minimal in the things I do. Um, so I think that's the inspiration for today's microphone.
That's not fair. I can't operate like this. I can't.
You want to try?
No,
No, you don't want to.
no, I don't want to try.
Sure.
I'm sure I'm pretty good. Thank you. You're way too kind.
They're for you. They're for you.
I think you need a mic dropper moment.
Oh.
Yeah, you need a mic dropper. Yeah, you need a mic dropper moment. Mm-hmm. Right, and no picker upper. You need a mic dropper and a no picker upper moment.
Wow.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
It is Thursday and we are in the house. Things are starting to shape up around here since we moved. How are things shaping up over there since we moved?
They're shaping up pretty well. I will say I've been under the weather just a tad bit, but they're shaping up really nice. I got a couple of trapezoids.
Well, we rebuke that. We will not have that.
No.
You better get you some Benadryl, NyQuil, Robitussin, and other thing mixed all in one.
I got some right here.
Other thing mixed all in one.
And this is the second.
So Taft.
Yes.
Good to see you. How's everything going?
It's going well. This is a very exciting week for me. And
do tell.
The last 7 days have been very exciting. Sunday I came back.
I'm listening. Do tell.
Sunday I came back to the church, and I'll get a little bit into that later. But Sunday I came back to the church, and they did a family and friends day, and we also had my send off because on Saturday I will be leaving for France. Yes.
Hey. That's how you do it. I mean, if you're gonna do it,
right.
It's my suggestion that's how you do it right there. That's how you do it. That's
go big or go home.
That's it. Go big or get off the porch. That's it.
Yep.
You ain't gotta go home.
But yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta go home, but you got to get off the porch. Let's say hello to Mr. Daryl Moore from Cleveland, Ohio. Daryl Moore, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Absolutely. Let's say hello to my big brother, Sander from McCullough. He said, good evening, everyone. His timing is impeccable as usual. Sandy, hope all is well with you. And I'm sure my big sister is somewhere nearby, Yolanda McCullough. So hello to Yolanda McCullough. And let's say hello to grandma, to my mom, Randy Massey. From Rock Hill, South Carolina, joining us all the way from the dining room. So Mom is joining us all the way from the dining room. Daryl said, why is Taft sitting in clouds?
Today is laundry day. There's no nice way to say it. Today is laundry day, and that very disfigured colored cloud right there is a pile of laundry that I have yet to fill. So,
Wow.
oh,
I think I would have come up with something a little better than that.
no, it is. Today really is laundry day, and that's.
Yeah, I think I would have come up with. I wouldn't
Oh,
have told
okay.
you
Hold
that.
on, wait.
No, it's too late. Let it
No,
go.
no, are we
Let it
sure?
go.
I got a good one.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty good with that. No,
Save
let
it.
it
We'll
go.
save it. Okay.
I
Okay.
think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, I
So,
think we're good. So Taft,
yeah.
uh, were you done with your week? Other
Oh,
than I know you
um,
got a big week, but were you done with your week?
I got a little bit more. So, since Sunday came back, been packing, just getting my stuff together. Super excited. Let's see.
So what's the number one thing? What's the number one thing on your bucket list or to-do list for Paris? What's
Um,
one thing that you absolutely have to do, have to see, like what's on your wish list?
okay. Um, one, Eiffel Tower is a must, but that's already included, so that doesn't count.
Okay.
Um, two, I do want to go see. I do want to go to the Louvre.
Okay.
I have to say, and even though I know I'm gonna regret it afterwards, there's a cafe. I think and it's either Angelica's Angels. It's something around with like the angel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's this cafe, and they're known for their hot chocolate. Um,
Okay.
and it always looks so good. The only problem is I'm pretty sure it's like just ganache, um, and which is just milk and chocolate and butter. Um, and my stomach will be taken
Okay.
on a ride. But I also really do want to go there and maybe thrifting. I wonder what like a French thrift store looks like. I'm just curious.
Oh, that's not what I would have thought.
No, but
Daryl says he knows what's on your wish list. I'm pretty sure that he means the Louvre,
yes.
Le Louvre, or La Rive Gauche, which is the left river, left side.
Oh,
Yeah, gauche is left-handed, or
yeah.
gauche is left, droite
Uh-huh,
is right.
uh-huh,
Mhm.
uh-huh. Oui,
Yeah, stick with
oui.
me for more language things.
Yes, yes,
Really
yes.
quick, just hate to interrupt this with some small
Mhm.
business here. But Mr. Sandifer McCullough, my big brother cousin, said, "Good luck with your little team this weekend." See, Sandy, I was not even going to point out how the Bills beat the Steelers. What's that he does? Look, he's like 5-2. Losing 5-2. Yeah, now
Yeah.
you're at 2-5. Uh,
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
got the weekend off. Um, I do believe you guys are off for the rest of the season. Um, so yeah, that was really a good game. That was really a good game.
I
The
didn't get to see
Bills.
it.
Oh, you didn't see it, Taft? Oh
No.
no. Let me tell you
Oh, please do.
about it. So it was a good game, and the score was 17-31.
Mhm.
Usually, usually, um, when it gets that high, they just call the game or something. I don't know what
Right.
happened, but it was 17-31. Then let me tell you what else happened. So after the game, the coach from the Steelers. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like him. I do like him. So I have to say, because anytime a brother is doing his thing, you
Yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Anytime a brother is doing his thing, um, you don't want to say too much. But his name is
Right.
Mike Tomlin, and I think they said that he's help me out with this part, Sandy, and nothing else, because I don't need your help with anything else. But I think he's the only coach to have a losing season or not winning, or did they lose
Ooh.
everything? No, or something happened. It was either a winning season or the
Mhm.
longest running losing seasons, or
Mhm.
anyway, whatever it was. But it was 1 year. He has 1 year left on his contract, and so he had a temper tantrum,
Oh.
like a meltdown. And I don't know if he got the memo that you can't do that, Mike Tomlin. So he came on to talk about it. And so he came on to talk about it, and they asked him, hey, what about your contract? Is it true that you're, whatever, right? Because that the conversation was that they were going to fire him after this season. So it says 17, Sandy said 17 winning seasons in a row. He's never had a losing season. Does this season count? Because I think he just, I don't know. I don't know football, but I think he just got one.
Yeah.
I think he just got
one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to say hello to my to one of my sisters, to Zany in Virginia. Zany, we love you. Hello, hello, hello. Also, let's say hello to Chris Camouflage Williams. Chris Camouflage Williams. Chris, we still working on that. It's a work in progress. But I do want you to know that you are the only one that has a greeting, a special greeting just for you. So just know that even though it looks a little sloppy, we're working on it. Sandy said we were 10-7 this year. So now does that make you 10-8? You were 10-7 before the Bills or after the Bills? Because here we go again. Because I'm wondering, does it matter? See, I usually don't do this. I usually don't get on and talk junk about something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking a question. Because I think we got a game this weekend coming up, but I don't think Pittsburgh.
Out of curiosity.
Huh?
Yeah, that's.
I don't think they have a game. And usually, because see, now, let's say this is a fact, right? There was so much snow in Buffalo that the night before, they had people, just random people, and all you had to do was pretty much be able to shovel snow and have working papers. Like you could be in, a wheelchair with a shovel. Like they did not care. And they were paying $20 an hour. Now, here's what was funny, right? So they shoveled for the game the next day, and the game was canceled, or it was not canceled, it was postponed from Sunday to Monday, which was why it was an afternoon game. They showed the fans coming to the game. So they shoveled the stairs to go to your seat, but not the seat. So people had to clear the snow from their own seats. Like they were basically sitting in piles of snow. Wow. And it was still crowded. People were still there. Wow. But Pittsburgh should be used to this weather. Like, I always hope that when it's a game like this and it snows like this, that they're playing somebody like Arizona or Miami or, somebody that's not accustomed to that weather, right?
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh should be accustomed to this weather, right?
I would think.
I'm just saying. I know it's a 1-hour show, but go Bills. Go Bills. Let's do it, Bills. Like Bills Mafia. Let's do it. Let's do it. So we've got Kansas City, the Kansas City Chiefs coming to Buffalo or going to Buffalo this weekend, and it's going to be another cold one. And it's going to be a good one. I'll pop my popcorn. I don't know what time the game is, so we had to check in with Pastor and see if we were good. See if we're good. But yeah, so yeah. So we got some good games coming up. So Taft, do we have Family Feud today?
Yes, we do.
Do
Minister Chris. So, we asked 100 people, and the question is, name a word that rhymes. Okay, no, sorry. We asked 100 people, and the top. Oh, hold on. The top. The top 8 answers are on the board. Name a word that rhymes with election.
With the election?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we had this one before, but I'm still in. I'm still
Okay.
in. So, but I'm not gonna because I think I remember the answers. Word that rhymes with election.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Chris Thomas said injection.
sir.
Okay, it does rhyme with election,
It
but
does.
it is not on there. Sandy McCullough says selection.
Yes, that's the number one answer with 32 points.
Selection. Very, very good. Very good. Selection.
Selection. Yes, yes, yes.
Mom said, did they lift the travel ban today in Buffalo? And then she said, correction. Mom is multitasking. Mom, I don't know if they lifted the travel ban, but is correction on there, Taft?
It's not, but for you, Graham, I'll put it on there. Top 9 answers.
It's just not on there, Taft.
Wow.
Wow. So Taft, while we're doing this, Christopher Thomas said erection.
Yes, that's the number 2 answer.
Number 2 answer. Yes. Erection.
Answer.
Good one, Minister Chris. So Taft, while we're doing that, and you guys, please, by all means, continue to put your answers in, and you can yell them out loud right where you are. We won't hear it, but I guarantee you that one that you just yelled out just now is probably on there. So text it in, let us know that you're here. And yeah, right. Text it in, let us know that you're here and that you're watching and let us know. And if you're not right here in Harrisburg, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know, where you are. So Taft, so we because we did want to go, we definitely want to go and talk about Martin Luther King's holiday, and I want to to talk about that as well. But you had a really special Sunday. The church did a send-off. Did you want to talk about that?
Oh, absolutely. Let's talk about it. So Sunday, it was our family and friends day, and I had family come out. I had some friends come out. I had some supporters come out, and it was really, 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 really beautiful. Mom made these awesome. Oh, mine's all over there. She made these aprons, and they were beautiful. Do you happen to have one?
Yeah, keep talking. I'll go get it.
Okay. So she had aprons that she made for the whole family. I finally got to mention, I'm not sure if we talked about it, but I have a cousin on my dad's side that for the past 4 to 5 years has lived just right around the corner from us. And the cool thing about that is there aren't very many no Chiriones or people I'd say related to us in the States. Yep, there we go.
So when I show it like this, is the writing the wrong way?
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, I got to meet my cousin Bridget. I got to see family, my aunt Tina, her husband and her son Naeem. They came. Graham, she came as well. Some of the members of the order that came out to support it. And it was really, really nice. And I felt very, 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 very blessed just to have that kind of support from family, from the church, really just coming at me from all angles. So the cool thing about the aprons, so Almost Seven Taft and Kimberlin's Pangea is it is the name of, take a little drum roll.
Taft, it's a 1 hour show.
I need powder.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
saying,
a 1 hour show.
But yeah, so the name The name I chose to use my first name because one, I don't think a lot of people know me by it, but I believe that when people say it and speak it, they're speaking it over me, and my first name means what God's given to me is mine to keep. So I
So what
wanted
is
to
your
use that.
first name?
Oh, and Kimberlin. It sounds a little bit funny saying it now because I'm a little congested.
Kevin.
But I can't remember. Yeah, no. But yeah, so I wanted to do that. Almost Seven was something that you came up with actually. And at first, it was in reference to me being almost 7 feet tall and being like a tall chef. But as time went on, it came to mean a whole lot more. Um, and I'm a big fan of a double entendre. I love. I just some of my favorite things. Um, and Pangea, it's the idea that when the world was formed, it was formed as all the land was put together as like one huge supercontinent called Pangea. And as time went on, tectonic plates shook, and everything kind of is now. And that really resonated with me a lot. Many of you plan on going out and traveling. Um, and once I finally settled down, I want to use the knowledge and the technique and just the culture and the stories that I've found from wherever I go. And I want to kind of sort of bring it all together and just highlight these different things from around the world and kind of create my own thing. Um,
You're
so
kind of going in. You're kind of
I
going in and out. Lean in a little.
okay. What was the
Yeah.
last thing? Did
No,
you?
we heard everything, but you're going in and out.
Oh,
And sorry, Minister Chris, can you show the pictures as he's telling it?
oh. So you guys are a little closer too. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, it was really great. Um, getting to see. Oh, it was also Sigma Blue Day. The Sigmas.
Yeah, Sigmas and the Zetas. So it's Blue and
Yes.
White Day. Our pastor, Reverend Dr. David T. Miller, is a man in blue. He is a member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, and the sisters to the Sigmas are the Zetas, which is Zeta Phi Beta. And so the Zetas and the Sigmas came to Wesley to fellowship and worship with us.
Yes. And it was a wonderful service.
So you can see the aprons. So
Yes.
everyone has on different color aprons.
Yes. Oh, and then yeah, that's me and my cousin. Wonderful meeting her. Um, really, when I found out that when I had a cousin this close, I already kind of sort of didn't believe it, but then actually like meeting her and being that close, it was really emotional. It was beautiful. Oh, we had a dinner afterwards. It was more of like a lunch brunch, and it was so good. Shout out to the culinary team at Wesley. I don't know what you guys put in that sweet tea, but as soon as I find out, I just
Truly the church that's making an impact in the
yeah
community, right? Oh
yeah
my goodness, that
yeah
food was absolutely
so
wonderful.
good
So then the aprons became bibs.
yeah they did they truly did um and a time was had a time was really had it was that food was so good. My mouth is watering just thinking about it now. I kind of want another plate. They outdo
I
themselves
know,
every
right?
time.
I should have had a to-go plate
Right.
or
To go
something.
for it to go.
I should have had a to-go plate. Yes. I want to say thank you to the Eastern Stars. Princess Ghana Grand Chapter of International Free and Accepted Modern Masons and Order of the Eastern Star, Princess Ghana Grand Chapter, and to my sisters from Sisters of Abigail 197 out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Thank you for always supporting. We had sisters come from Philadelphia and Allentown. So thank you so much to everyone for joining us. And also thank you to Pastor and First Lady Marie Miller for always making things happen and for supporting our youth. If you are looking for a church home or a place where our youth are supported, families and different endeavors, come check us out at Wesley. We'd love to have you, and we'll save a seat for you. We're on the right-hand side in the third pew from the front. We'll
Yep.
see you there.
We shall.
So Taft.
That's me.
Hey Taft. I wanted us to kind of talk a little bit about Martin Luther King's birthday that we just celebrated on Friday. Talk about, service in the community and things like that. And I don't know if this part even deserves a conversation, but really quickly, Shay Shay's room, Shannon Sharp, Shay Shay's room, they are still talking about that. Like
Really?
Cat Williams really set it off.
Yeah. And something I saw online, it was that out of everybody that responded to Cat Williams and made jokes about what he said, none of them called him a liar.
No, none of them
called him a liar.
No.
So
no, none of them. Not Nan one. Now they did come back and say, "Oh, he did this and he said this," but nobody said that he was lying.
No.
Like nobody came out and said that he was a bald Faison lie, and not even Faison.
Wow.
Not even Faison came back and said that.
No, nobody said it. No.
So 2 weeks. 2 weeks it's been out. 51 million views.
Yeah.
Now 4 of those are me.
And a couple are me because I did watch some here too. I was showing some of my roommates some of the parts. Especially that you have an unnatural allegiance to losers and it's not like you. That's really resonated with me. That's
yes. And there's a video, I think I sent it to you. There's a video of a girl who, I don't know how many times she's watched this video, but she's saying, or she's,
repeating it.
She's repeating it, but like as you hear his voice, but she's doing it, and oh my God, she has the facial expressions, pulling down the cap.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
Yeah,
I'm on it. I'm gonna try that. So that'll be my second TikTok ever.
Okay. Oh, I remember your first one.
My second TikTok.
To you. That popped up in my memories the other day.
Yeah, it popped up in my memories too. Speaking of run to you, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this or not. But I was having a conversation with my brother.
Okay.
And so I don't know why. Why can't adults skip? Like, why can't adults skip anymore?
You can't skip?
I can skip. But like, do you ever see the videos of people and they're like adults and they're saying skip? Like, what happens? Because and Bill was making the comment of the video that we have of you when you first learned to skip, which is, by the way, hilarious, and I believe still on YouTube.
I'm okay. It's okay
for anybody that cares to find it. But why is it that adults can't skip?
I don't know. Oh,
why is it that some adults can't skip? Like, what happens that adults can't skip?
I think skipping it takes a lot of movement in the joints, and sometimes when you lose that cartilage around the bones, maybe it locks up a little bit, if that makes sense. Maybe so.
That does not make sense because I don't think I'm not buying that, because not everybody has missing cartilage. We're not at that age yet. Let's say hello to Kendra Washington, my niece in Charlotte. Kendra said, I can't skip because my Achilles tendon is ruptured. Okay, so That's a reason why you
That's good.
can't skip.
That's
That's
fair.
a good reason. We'll
Yeah,
take that.
we can accept that one. We can accept that
Oh,
one.
see, Dawn, let's say hello to Dawn
Yeah,
Washington.
Don.
Boy, you say people can't do something, they come out.
All
Let's
the
say hello to
time.
Dawn in Sandusky, Ohio. Dawn said, I still skip. See,
Okay.
so something is going on of why says why do adults skip? Now, it could be that skipping this, I'm reading this from www.intheknow.com, so it must be true.
Has to
It
be.
says it could be that skipping is associated with children, so adults just don't do it. But skipping is also an athletic skill for adults. A 2019 study in gait and posture found that skipping puts a greater pressure load on joints and burns 30% more calories than running at the same pace in adults.
I
Uh,
think that would go to my point of not having cartilage around the joints. So I'm gonna go back and stand on what I said. Um, Thank you, www.intheknow.com. Um, Beautiful, beautiful source. I think I'll only use that
okay.
source.
Mom says that she can skip, and I would believe that.
Yes, that makes sense.
Kendra said, I'm about to start skipping everywhere I go. Skipping
I can see it.
probably burns more calories than twerking, and so I'm skipping. Not that I was twerking. Not that I was twerking. Let me fix that. Not that I was twerking, but I'm
Right,
saying that
right,
skipping probably burns
right.
more calories. So Kendra, I'm with you. I'm skipping everywhere I go. I'll be in the grocery store like,
Skipping.
and you have to have a basket because if you try to skip with a
Oh
buggy,
yeah. And you
well,
have to have
that's
it
a
kind of
whole.
like tucked under your arm too. So
Well, you have to hold it like this, like on your arm in here, and you have to hold it like,
yeah, like right, and then you just
yeah, yeah, right there. It says,
well, yeah.
last thing, it says, can older men skip? Whether you're 5 or 50, there's one skill that can hone your coordination and athleticism that you should not leave out of your Rolodex of movement patterns: skipping. Without a doubt, skipping is the most underrated movement in the locomotor skills. Skipping is a precursor to higher forms of athleticism.
Okay. So I'm an athlete now, because I believe that I'm rather proficient in my skipping. Um, and I think, do you think there's Olympic skipping? Olympic skipping?
Um, no, but I'm gonna call. I think it should be.
I could dust somebody in a skipping race. Oh, I could.
I think that there should be. I think skipping should be. But now this just in, it's important to listen to. It says, how long can a person skip? This is from www.quora.com. Sandy says, nah. Um, it says it's important to listen to your body and gradually build up your endurance over time. Generally, aiming for 10 to 20 minutes of continuous jumping can be a good goal for many people. However, it's important to start at a comfortable level and gradually increase the duration as your fitness improves. It says you are never to, oh, wait, this is jump rope. Oh, wait, never mind, forget that. Never forget that. Oh, yeah, skipping 10 to 20 minutes.
Okay, so I think like if you do it like track, it should only take maybe 5 minutes to clear the thing twice. I could I
Oh,
could
that's
train
all it
somebody
takes
else.
when you're running track.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is that a mile? Like, could you skip a mile?
I could skip a mile. I think I could skip better than I could run.
Remember I did that. I ran that 5K.
Yeah.
Remember I ran that 5K.
Uh-huh.
So 5K is like what, 3.9 miles or something like that, 3.2 miles.
Somewhere around there,
It's
yeah.
definitely 3 miles,
Yeah.
right? So it took me 45 minutes. So I ran a 15-minute mile, which I
Yeah.
think is good.
That is good. That is
Wait,
good.
if I did a 15-minute mile,
Yeah, that's
so
45.
I ran 4 miles per hour.
Okay.
That's pretty
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Except by the time I got to my first mile marker,
Uh-huh.
people were at the finish line. And then
Uh,
like even some old ladies did that speed walking by
I'd be
me.
like,
Yeah, I was like, slow down.
slow down. Excuse me.
Kendra said, I would hate to fall while skipping. That would be a nasty fall.
Oh,
I think the explaining it would be
oh,
nasty.
yeah.
Like having an ambulance come when you're playing duck, goose. It's
How am
not
I
so
catching
much that
strays?
it's.
How am I catching strays? That is crazy. I was
I
set
never
up.
said it was you.
I was set up.
A hit dog will holler. But
Whatever.
I'm just saying, I did
Whatever.
not say you.
I was
But
set up.
yes, Kendra, I think I would never want to fall, Pierre. At this age, I never want to fall again. However, um, it's not so much the falling while skipping, it's explaining that I was trying to skip.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would just have to make up something. I'd be like, see, what happened was there was a
Whatever.
kitten and it was a burning building.
Right.
Like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
no,
Right.
no, I would not. That would be like getting injured while playing jacks. Like, you just, no.
And thinking about it, I feel like if you fell while skipping, you'd probably fall on your back. I feel like you would, because
If you fell while skipping, you'd fall on your back.
I think so.
No, I think you definitely will fall on your side. Because that when you're skipping, at one point you're always on one knee. So technically, skipping is like hopping on one leg, but switching legs, right? So
Right. But I feel like your foot would slip forward when you try to go for that other jump, and you would kind of.
so okay, everyone that's on here, even the people that said they could skip,
Yeah.
if you're at home right now, if you could just start skipping around your house
Yes.
and let
Yes.
us know, one, which foot did you start off with? Like, it doesn't matter if you're left-handed and right-handed. Do you start off like I'm left-handed? Would I start on my left? Do I set it off on the left jaw? Set it off, on the left, on the right. Yeah. So, and let us know if you fall. Did
Yes.
you fall on your back
Yes. Your
or did you
side.
fall to the side?
We need
Because
to
I'm
know
really
this.
thinking it would be a whoop. You zigged when you should have zagged.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. I think you zigged when you should have zagged.
Hold on.
Yeah.
One last real quick thing, because I know that we still want to go to Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Um, did you guys know that Sweet Baby Ray's is not black owned?
Sweet Baby Ray's is not black
Sweet?
owned.
No.
Was it black started?
No.
Was it ever black owned?
No.
Are we upset about this?
I think I am.
I always thought, but maybe because it was called Sweet Baby Ray's, I thought that was odd.
Right. I that's what I thought too. But to my knowledge, it's not. I don't know who it was that was saying something about it, but they said for all that
I
it could
think
have been named
that's
Sweet Baby Patrick.
I think that they're allowed to call it Sweet Baby Ray's.
I don't think
That's like
so.
Sweet Mother Mary. You can't like
No,
not everybody
no,
can say that.
no.
Or
Mm-mm.
can everybody say like sweet Jesus? They can say it, but it doesn't come out the right. So we
Mm-mm.
call it sweet. We call it Sweet Baby Ray's.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
Like Bay and then be raised.
Right, right.
Sweet Bay be raised. So
Baby,
I
right.
believe that they probably call it Sweet Baby
Mhm.
Rays.
But even then, that doesn't sound right. Hold on,
Right.
let me
So
see.
it's not the same.
Hold on. Yeah, no, it was
Uh,
started by the Raymond brothers, and they were both. Uh,
Kendra said, "Isn't it a black man on the label?" I think you're thinking of Uncle Ben's rice. But did you know they took Uncle Ben off the rice?
yeah.
I'm still
Oh,
mad about
see,
that, and I'm still mad about the syrup too, and the
oh,
Aunt
Jemima.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
and it's
syrup
not
and
even
the
Aunt Jemima
pancake
anymore.
mix.
It's Pearl's Milling.
Right, it's Pearl's Milling.
No,
But
no,
wait a minute, did they take the Quaker Oats guy off of the oatmeal?
no,
Oh,
no, no.
are we
And
sure?
see, I'm pretty sure they did it because I was in the grocery store not too long ago. But and this goes back to remember
Sweet
2020
baby Ray.
when when everything was happening with George Floyd and the protests and everything.
Yes.
Um, and brands were scrambling to try to figure out what they could do, and the Band-Aid company, instead of donating to any oh, this is just like one thing that just threw me. Instead of donating, instead of showing support, they released the skin colored Band-Aids. Did you remember that?
You see. I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
Crayola released a box of crayons that were
yeah,
skin colored
yeah,
crayons at the same time. And let me
yeah.
just be clear when
Right.
I say this. First of all, they still don't match.
Nope. Nope.
Let's say that. Hello.
Yeah.
First of all, they still don't match. And Crayola, you are really late. We've been mixing our own crayons,
Yeah.
making the right color for
Mm-hmm.
years.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we didn't need was a box of crayons with beige to coffee brown, and they still don't match. So, I think
Mm-hmm.
what happened was Band Aid used Crayola's colors to make
Mm-hmm.
Band Aids,
Yeah.
and they don't match.
No.
None of us.
No.
None of us.
No.
You
But
can't you can't recreate that color.
mm-mm. Nope. Nope. It never will.
Cause like I'm milk chocolate mixed with caramel and
Mm-hmm.
and pecan. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I got
Right.
pecan with some uh some pinto bean undertones. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can't make that
Yeah.
up. You can't
No.
mix that.
No. No.
There is a such thing, and I believe this, like in all seriousness, I believe this.
Mm-hmm.
There are times when there's something that you see that is so captivating, so breathtaking, that
Mm-hmm.
you have to take it in and remember it, because you know that the color will never be duplicated. Maybe
Yeah.
the scent will never be, like, you can try to recreate that, but it
Mm-hmm.
will never be duplicated. And that happened to me when I went parasailing in the Bahamas. The water was so
Mm-hmm.
blue. It was so blue, and I've never seen that. It not like a cerulean blue or sky blue. Like, it was just so blue that I've never seen it again.
Wow. No.
Crayola and Band Aid are having that same problem.
Yeah.
We are so captivating
Yep.
and amazing that they are trying to recreate that color, and they can't do it. You know what else they can't create?
Mm-hmm.
They cannot create our eyes on dolls.
No, no,
Dolls and figurines, they cannot
they
recreate our
cannot.
eyes.
To save their lives, they can't do it.
So when I get a figurine, because I collect Black Angels, I always look at the eyes, and they always, almost always, look like, they can never get them. One is up high, the other one is down low.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
they can. Mom said, because you were afraid. I was afraid of what, Mom? I thought maybe she would just yell it out.
Of the parasailing. Well, no, wait. The parasailing is when you got air fried, right? Is that the right one? I'm just curious. I just wanted to know for the crowd. That's all. That's
Wow,
all.
Taft.
That's
I did
all.
not get air fried. I got a little bit sunburned. I wanted Michelle Obama legs, so I basted myself with shea butter, not realizing that I was baking myself. Uh, I wasn't so much afraid of the parasailing. Well, I was a little bit, because while I was up there, the knot. First, I just heard this noise, and it was like, and I'm looking, I'm the only one up there, right? And then I realized that it's the knot. So I had one of those disposable underwater cameras. So I have like 30 pictures of this knot, because in my mind, I was like, if I detach and fly away, I'll drop the camera, and then
Right,
they'll find the camera sort of like a black box, and
right,
they'll know that it was
right.
the knot.
Hmm. Hmm.
It made sense to me, right?
Right. Okay.
Then he told me, he said that when you land, you'll land on the boat. And he
Mhm.
said you can either land in a standing, or you can land like sort of on your butt, like in a sitting position,
Uh-huh.
but just, pull yourself in like that. So I started going down, and I was like, wow, that was quick. It went by really fast. but then I wasn't close enough to the boat to land on the boat. And I'm yelling like, hey, I'm not close enough. And so he dunked me in the water. So I went down and went right back up. So that added to the sunburn because
Right.
now not only
Oh.
do I have shea butter on, but
Yeah.
now I'm steamy. And so I steam dried closer to the sun. I didn't even think that like I could sunburn because I don't know. Do you guys put on sunblock? I don't use sunblock.
Me neither.
Like, do we need sunblock? I mean, and then if so, what PF do we use? And what is PF? Personal fortitude? I don't know. Like,
I think
Kendra said, would you do it again? Absolutely. Kendra, I want to go. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like a big raft, like a big raft, and you hold on to it and it goes up like a kite and you're like just holding on like that. It's over the water, of course. It's not.
hang gliding.
No, I would not go hang gliding
Really?
because hang gliding, I would need to see. No, because you're jumping off of a cliff.
Yeah.
And so I'd have to try it on a curb first. Then gradually, gradually go to a small,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
so, yeah,
Okay.
no. But the other thing is with hang gliding, I would need to see someone my height, my size, my weight do it first.
Right.
Then
right.
I don't want to use that one because they already did.
Right.
So I want, so I would never be able to use one that's been tested, and because I don't want to use a new one. So no, but I would skydive.
I wanted to skydive very, very recently. I did, and I
See
still
my
do.
face.
I'm just saying.
Now, and I would skydive with someone tethered.
Oh no.
But now I got issues with the person tethered to my back.
Right.
Because I'm looking at you and you can't be shorter than me.
No.
Like you're not gonna be like a little munchkin on my back. And then at the same time, I got issues. And then I'd have to be like again with the parachute.
You got to see somebody else.
I need to see somebody else use this parachute. Now it's used and I don't want it, but I want it.
Right.
Kendra said, I'm not that brave. Kendra said she won't even ride a roller coaster.
Really?
Wow. That's interesting. I think, like that's one of those fears that people have a phobia of, like heights. So is height your fear? Because some people are afraid. I think it's like the top fears are like height, water, public speaking, the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? Like people have fear. That's what happened to the Steelers.
Right.
But I like heights because I also did bungee jumping. So I like heights. I'm afraid. I'm afraid before Taft begins to tell all my business. I'm afraid, but it's an adrenaline rush. So I'm an adrenaline junkie. Is that better, Taft?
I was gonna say, yeah. I like the adrenaline of things. I do.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. So Kendra, do you like adrenaline type things, or are you more calm? Like you like just I don't know, what do people do that don't like adrenaline? Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like roller coasters that go upside down. The one at the New York in Las Vegas. It goes over the side of the top of the hotel and it goes through the hotel. Won't do that one again.
Really?
No. And did you see the one that was at Carowinds and it was broken? It like
Yeah.
Okay. All right now.
We went to Hershey Park. I don't know who I went with. It was a while ago, but I went to Hershey Park, and I think it's called the Great Bear or something like that. And they were just like, "Do you want to get on?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." I really don't know who I was with, why I was there, but that's not the point. Um, uh, it went up, and the seats weren't like regular seats. It wasn't just
Right.
down in them. It was almost kind of like standing a little bit. I was confused. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this before. So we started going up, and I don't mind a roller coaster. We start going up. I see the track below us, and all of a sudden, I'm looking, further down. I don't see any more track. So I'm kind of like sticking my head out, poking out, like where, what's going on, what's happening. And as soon as I realize that the track stops, like about 2 to 3 feet in front of me, we just plummet down. And now I
Wow.
didn't know that the track was above us, because I was just looking for the underside of it. I was like, what's going on here? Oh, but the scream I scrumped.
You scrumped.
The scream I scrumped. Oh, that got me. Oh, that got me. Oh, that was something.
Quit all that scrumping around here.
I told y'all about that.
Kendra said, I'm just scary now. I don't know what happened. I used to be very brave. She said, I'm not even jumping in a pool. I think though that could be motherhood. I think motherhood does make you afraid of things because you're so busy telling your children, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. You'll put your eye out, things like that. So I think sometimes we scare ourselves into those things. And I don't know. And because I tried not to put my fears on Taft. I learned to swim because I wanted Taft to learn how to swim, and I didn't want to pass my fear of water on to him. So I learned to swim. Unfortunately, I did it with a bunch of little kids, and it was the day that we were supposed to jump in the deep end. And so, like you had to jump. Bloop, it was two lines, and then we went, and I was in line with a bunch of little kids, and it was like, bloop, jump in, jump in. So it was my turn to jump in. I was like, wait a minute. The kids they was like, Miss Wendy, and I was like, wait a minute, stop pushing, wait a minute. And then the next line was moving, so the other kids behind me wanted to get out of my line and get in their line, and she was like, nope, you got to stay in your line. And they're like, she taking too long. So so bad kids. People need to get their kids and teach them to not be so rude.
Right,
Rude kids.
right.
But I learned to swim. Not well, but well, I swim.
Well,
I can
yeah, I was
tread
gonna
water.
say.
And as long as I have my goggles, I can swim from one end of the pool to the other.
Right, right. Well,
Well, now I don't even need my goggles anymore.
why?
To swim,
Yeah.
I don't need the goggles. I can swim without them.
Okay. Do you open your eyes underwater?
No, I know the wall is coming up.
This is not fair at all.
I know that eventually I will
Right,
get to the wall.
right,
Like it's coming. I know what direction I'm going in. It's not
right.
like there's a wave that like do people open their eyes underwater in a lake or something?
Not in a lake, but I'll open my eyes in a pool.
Okay, well,
Well, because the lake, I feel like the fish are there and it's salt water. It's probably a little bit on the dirtier side. I'm okay.
Kendra said I learned how to swim by getting pushed in 8 feet when I was 7 years old. Dawn said yes. Yes, they open their eyes in the lake. That's nasty.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
Like
that.
dirt.
No,
Yeah. And what do you see? You can't see in a lake
no.
unless it's clear water.
But even then, I'm okay.
No, I don't think maybe that's not what she was saying. Yeah, maybe not what she was saying. So yeah, either way. Yes, my swimming abilities have improved, and I'm no longer afraid of the water.
Woo-hoo.
Yes,
Woo-hoo.
thank you very much. Thank you. I'll be ready for the
Right,
Olympics next.
right.
Oh, I can float like none other, and I can swim on my back. I can backstroke.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think that I can do the breaststroke and I
Hmm.
can do the scissors and I think the butterfly. I think that's it. The butterfly like that. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever that one is, where you do
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
So I don't get very far doing this one.
No.
But
No.
what I cannot do is I cannot do the one where you're doing
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
that, and then you turn your head, and then because
Uh-huh.
you breathe in, breathe out, you're like,
Yeah.
because I get confused, and then I'm like,
Oh.
yeah. So I can't do that one. That's the only one I can't do.
Okay. Okay.
Anywho, it's just a 1 hour show, and we have
That's
used
the
up
one.
our hour with foolishness, with foolishness. However, so listen really quickly, Tap. Monday was Martin Luther King's birthday. We
Yes.
celebrated Martin Luther King's birthday, and um, do you have a favorite Martin Luther King quote or anything, or uh,
Um.
one of his
So
speeches, anything that you want to share that you know about him?
Um, so one thing that actually yeah, one thing, it's not a quote, but it's kind of something that rubs me a little bit backwards. Um, a lot and I saw this online actually. I want to say it's his daughter was posting about it. That in history books and things like that, a lot of the pictures of him, if not all, are black and white. And so something that I did get to see on Monday, because I still had class unfortunately, but something I did get to see on Monday, it was a lot of the pictures that I grew up seeing in black and white, in school and stuff like that. I got to see them in color, and
Oh
I
wow.
think I think that it's a small thing, but I think that it's worth seeing. Um, it's and it makes me wonder why the pictures aren't in color in history books, um,
Hmm.
because it's well within the time frame of colorized photos.
Right.
Um, but I don't know. I just wonder. But I did get to see those pictures, and it was very nice. And as far as a quote, the one thing coming to mind right now, um, I feel like it's very very common. Um, but it's free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, it's free at last. Yeah,
Okay, you pulled that one out. That you
I
went
did.
deep for that one.
I did. Definitely.
Randy Massey said, I've been to the mountaintop, which is one of my favorite speeches. I actually have it framed here in the house. And in that speech, he talks about how when he was in New York, that a woman walked up to him and stabbed him within like millimeters of his heart. And so while he was in the hospital recuperating, he was getting letters from all over, and he was reading the letters. And there was one letter that came from a young white girl. And she said, in the letter, she said, you know, uh, Dr. King or Mr. King, I'm not a likely person that would write a letter. I'm a white, young white girl, I live here, whatever. And she said, I heard that the blade was so close to your heart that had you have sneezed, you would have died. And she said, I'm so glad you didn't sneeze. So and anybody that if you didn't do or you didn't hear, or even if you did, if you don't know, that speech, or you're just so used to hearing the same one over and over again, go to another one and listen to that one. I've been to the mountaintop. That is an excellent one. My favorite quote is one that my dad, it was my dad's favorite, and he used to make us memorize. And it says that history will have to record that the greatest tragedy of this period of social transition is not the strident claim or strident clamor of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good ones. And so, and I know we're pretty much out of time. We're out of time, but I just wanted to say that when you think about that even then he talked about the tragedy of social transition, and that's what we're going through now. We are still in the midst of social transition. We are still fighting for rights. We are still looking and waiting for things to happen to put us in the right place and the right space. And so we are still going through social transition. And he said that the greatest tragedy of this is it's not the people, the bad people who are yelling and not doing. It's the people that know better, the good people that are being silenced. So it's worse. Their silence is worse than the loudness of the other ones. Sandy said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Amen. Amen. So in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King, let's just remember his legacy. Let's remember his legacy and let's be of service to each other. Let's take the words that he spoke and the things that he said and let's apply them. And you have to admit that whatever you believe, wherever you are, violence, nonviolence, Christian, non-Christian, you have to admit that what he spoke about and what he lived for can be applied anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
And what it does is it removes so many things that get in the way of us just being who we are supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's it. So, having said that and wrapping up, happy Martin Luther King Day. Happy Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Day, Jr. Day to each of you. I pray that those things that he fought for, gave his life for, I pray that they come to fruition and we see them in our generation. But I pray that we all work towards those things, that we continue to do what it is that he set out and started. Well, not started because it happened before, but he was definitely an engineer. Taffatoodles. So I need to figure out how to say taffatoodles in French because you won't be here next week because you will be in Paris, France, Paris. Yes, yes, yes. So please, by all means, have a great time. For those of you that are on, we will dedicate, maybe not the trip when he first gets back, but the following trip, so he has time to put it together. But we will dedicate that show to his trip, and he will be launching his website and talking about future plans. He will be coming back shortly after his trip to have to get his associates, and he will keep going, and next year have his bachelor's. So Taft, I say it, but it always bears repeating. I'm so very proud of you, proud of the decisions that you're making, the things that you're doing. You are killing it. You are knocking it out the park. Sandy said, traveling graces, nephew blessings. Kendra said, go Taft. So we are so very proud of you. And thank you from the bottom of my heart to our family, to our friends, to his village, to all of the people that are always supporting the things he does. Now, for those of you that are on, let's say a special thank you to our always supportive Minister Chris Thomas there at the Voice 17104, who's always there for us. If you all are looking to do a show, that's the person that you want to talk to. Minister Chris Thomas always makes it happen, puts up with all of our jokes and the things that we come up with. And from time to time, when you're scrolling, scroll through and check out all the different shows that he has. We know that Lizelle Powder has the Powder Room coming up soon, and we got a lot of stuff going on. Jason Benefield will be having a show. We miss you, Jason. We have a little schedule mix up, so we're trying to get it back on so we can have Jason. So please tune in. We will see you next week, Thursday from 7 to 8. We've moved, but we're here, and we will talk to you guys next week. Taft, bon voyage, or bon voyage. I can't. It's not fair. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Enchanté. Bisous. Bonne nuit.